Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular arts we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk, sir.
Mostly drunk. Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am Jedi Master Grayson. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing?
Good.
How y'all doing out there?
Y'all doing out in YouTube TV land.
Say it all over again.
Okay.
Say it all over again.
Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
We do it drunk mostly.
Mostly drunk.
Mostly.
Oh, thank you so much. Hold your applause to the end.
Mostly drunk.
Never mandatory, but always encouraged. I'm Jedi Master Grayson, your host, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Wonderful. I am doing so good. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight. We are talking comic books. We are talking Gen V. We are talking Peacemaker. We're talking Alien Earth. And as always, we're talking shit. But talking shit is always better with friends. He is practically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light-skinned. Jeff, what is going on, my guy?
Well, what's going on is I have to find you a costume. I am doing research.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We will be at Comic-Con this weekend,
Absolutely.
26th to the 28th. So if you're in Los Angeles, Comic-Con, the second to the real Comic-Con, the real-ish Comic-Con.
It's like the Golden Globes of Comic-Con.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, basically, they premiere shit here and they do it in San Diego. That's really the only place you see new shit drop out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's funny because like New York used to be like super huge. I mean, it's still apparently like, you know, it's still like a fun time, but it's not like a media, you know,
it's not where you drop. Yeah, they don't pull their dick out over there.
Right. Yeah, it's just like fun.
New York's more about seeing celebrities. LA's more about, hey, what's coming up in the world of nerddom.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching on Drunk Banthas stream channel, and shout out to everybody who's watching on NerdsAtNite channel on X. That feels disgusting to say. I'm trying to say it because maybe he'll
for multiple reasons.
But anyway, if you're on there, I appreciate you watching. And shout out to everybody who's just subscribed to the Drunk Bantha streams. We're now doing this for free, apparently, right now. So just go ahead. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because it couldn't get any worse than it is right now. No, I'm joking.
I swear, if you're not knocking on wood in this moment.
so much wood. If so much wood over here, you'd think I was in a gangbang. I'm just all on the wood.
Oh man, I was gonna.
That was really quick off the top of my head. I really didn't know. Yeah, we don't script anything here.
Speaking of streams, don't forget to tune in to the Bantha Bunch live stream every Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. Bill, what are you guys gonna be talking about this Thursday?
Oh man, let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna be talking about your top wrestling. I don't know what.
Oh yeah,
should we do that? It sounded like a good one, didn't it? That was actually a good topic.
That could be an interesting one. Like, I just realized that they had this thing called the Raw Vault on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Where they just have all.
They just did old.
That. Yeah, I was like, this is dope. I'm definitely going to have to a back into that. So I think that'd be a nice nostalgia pool to dive into.
You know what? Let's dive in. So this week, Thursday, we're going to talk about wrestling. I think maybe I'll go through my top, probably my top promo cuts. That's definitely what came to my mind first. Top matches, that would be pretty cool, or top wrestlers of all time.
Okay.
You know what? I think I might rank the wrestlers of all time.
Okay,
it's now on Netflix.
All time.
If you want, you can even pivot it to top wrestling movies, because I would love to hear you talk about the masterpiece that is Ready to Rumble.
Ready to
Rumble. It is a future doesn't hold up episode. Sure, bro.
Well, then never mind.
Yeah, I haven't figured out who I want on that one specifically.
Yeah, that was come up a couple times, like a couple other episodes.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Shout out to David Arquette and John Cena.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, of course. Actually, you know, why are we fucking around? John Cena, you should just come on the show and talk about it.
yeah, no, it just should be John Cena.
Well, you know what?
David Arquette. I just don't want to put anybody in a spot where they have to literally say if their own movie holds up. Otherwise, we would have DJ Qualls on for New Guy a long time ago. Shout out to DJ. What up, DJ?
What up, DJ?
Fun fact that a lot of our viewers don't know: John Cena's actually here tonight. It's just that
you can't see him.
Oh man, that was hold on.
So sad and lame.
Do I have something for that?
You need a.
I'll give it that. That's what I'll give it.
That does not get the sad horn.
It doesn't get the sad horn, but shout out to Fifth Bantha. Shout out to subscribe to YouTube at The Simulation Presents. I mean, Film Age. Shout out to Chris. He says, "What up, Fifth? What up, y'all? What up, everybody? Let's see here. What else did they say? It's Film Age, by the way. I changed my name to push another channel. I hear you, baby boy. I hear you, baby boy. I get it out the mud, cuz." Fifth also said, "I'm gonna need to go with y'all to San Diego this year."
Oh man,
well, get your ass up. We're gonna get we're always gonna get 3 press passes from now on. That's what we talked about recently. So anybody, you know, get a Spirit Airline. We got you a place to stay. Guaranteed.
It's not my house.
And I'm talking about one person. I said one
if y'all out there don't know, that's the funny part about San Diego Comic-Con. If you can get tickets are the cheap part. It's room and board that'll bankrupt you, and then everything
like a year in advance.
And when I'm talking, the people I'm talking about are the people who you know are administrators on this channel. You see your name was an administrator. That's what I'm talking about. But also, you know, Jeff right there. You know, I'm talking to him too. He knows what we're talking about. Because you know what, one day we got to get him out here for Comic Cons.
He needs to get more monies first.
Yeah, you know what? You deserve a raise. Somebody should give it to you one day. Somebody should give you one.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood and thought it doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, then you would enjoy our bi-weekly series, Does It Hold Up? Where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if it is as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Bantha channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
That was the right move.
Thank you. I was gonna say I'm not mad at what I just did right there. I'm actually not mad at that right there.
But yeah, check out Does It Hold Up? We got a lot of shows in the can right now. If you want to check out our catalog on the Drunk Banthas channel or the Does It Hold Up YouTube channel. But yeah, we got a lot of great episodes in the can, and also a lot of great episodes coming up soon. So keep your ear to the ground for that. But we should go ahead and move on to our next topic of the night.
We have another topic,
or our first topic of the night. We should go ahead and stroll down Jeff's comic book corner. Jeff, or as they say in Spanish, Jefe. What are we talking about today?
I'm busy. Come back later.
You know what? I was gonna say, did you find an outfit? That's what's actually.
I did, and I'm gonna pull it up once I find the actual picture because it's surprisingly hard to find. Anyway,
that's the most important part of today's whole thing.
Avengers versus Aliens. I told you guys we would be doing it. Figured it'd be a good one to do for our last 2 episodes of Alien Earth, and honestly, it's just a fun fucking book. So this one's gonna be a bit longer because it's only 4 issues long, but a lot of the pages are, a lot of the images are just like full pages, and it's like, look at that. So we'll get through it pretty quick, guys. So, Aliens versus Avengers. It is so new that I just got the trade paperback like 3 weeks ago. It's that new right now. So it starts with, as you'd expect, a ship flying through space. but we're getting some images that if you're used to the Alien franchise, specifically Prometheus, you'll recognize. We have those cave drawings that we see in the beginning of Prometheus. But more than that, you'll remember that all the caves pointed to a constellation. Well, we see a ship flying away from that constellation. And as it's flying away, we hear people talking. They're like, oh, it's just so upsetting. I figured of all the people, oh, no, you were on the right page. I figured the Kree specimen would have been the one. But they noted, like, nope, the Kree died too. And so they're talking about, we still got a xenomorph, but the subject didn't survive the implantation. So just not that good. And they're saying, like, we tried this race, we tried that race, we tried this, like all these random races that are being noted in the Marvel universe. And they're even saying, like, shockingly, the best one was the Skrulls, but unfortunately, they don't have a home world. So it's just not the best for murdering an entire galaxy. And while they're talking, they start getting an alert. And while they get that alert, they're looking onto this. They're looking at their computer screens and everything, and they're saying, they're like, what is it? Can you see what it is? And they're like, yeah, it's 4 ships. And one thing to note here is, if you're familiar with the X-Men, this is a familiar alien species. This is one of the Shi'ar, the like weird evolved from birds people. But the important thing is he's saying that the ships that are closing in to take them out, they're 4 Wakandan ships. So from there, we move on back into their ship. And we see the door literally bursting open, exploding open. And a couple of, White Panthers, are busting in. Guys, I get it. I was upset seeing Black Panthers as well. I've got good news. They're not the Black Panthers, so we're okay. The Black Panther still exists. It's just that Wakandans have moved to a very intergalactic species at this time. So their royal guard is running around in these still panther suits. They're just white. I guess it's to denote the difference. But we've got the 2 Your Majesties here. And I'm just going to tell you now, it's T'Challa and his son. So these guys come in and they're walking around. They're like, what's going on? And we start getting some backstory. They're talking about how, it's dangerous because they saw this on the Wakandan planet called T'Chaka's Reach, and how they released some of the specimens there, and people are now fighting for their lives. Like, it's such a risk. And from there we move on. And one of the guardsmen is noting, he's like, I got something. I got movement, sound, vibration. It's them. And we look over and there's xenomorphs, fully grown xenomorphs coming at these guys in the hold of this giant ship. We get the faintest, Wakandan technology, it turns out, isn't just great on Earth. It's great everywhere. So they see the xenomorphs are coming and they're just like, all right, let's do this. And the 2 Black Panthers step up as these xenomorphs, full-grown drones, are jumping at him and coming at him full xenomorph style. And T'Challa's son does the only reasonable thing, and he murders the shit out of them with eye lightning bolts. Took me about 3 read-throughs before I realized, ow! T'Challa's wife is Storm. That's him and Storm's son. So after that, T'Challa's like, it's okay. I know it's rough, but good job. And now they start talking with the other people there. And they're like, listen, this is a planet-sized problem. We got to get this taken care of. And his T'Challa's, troops are talking. They're like, yeah, we went through and we found some data. They tried scrubbing it, but we were able to get some data, and we got this guy, and they push one of the Shi'ar in front of him and knock his dumb shit ass down. And he's sitting there while they're all talking and questioning him, and they're like, it looks like they we got here too late. They sent out a stupid amount of these probes, I guess, seeds, they call them. They seeded all these worlds. And unfortunately, there's been at least a dozen of them. And they're talking, they're like, we have to find all of the worlds that were seeded. They all need to be secured. Anyone that left that world, they have to be secured. If they got to other worlds, those worlds have to be secured. Everyone's quarantined. No one's allowed to go anywhere. And they're like, it's just, and they're like, there's more. It's worse than you think. And T'Challa, is like, what? And they're like, one of the planets was Earth. So even at this point, with the Wakandans coming in full force, it might be too late. And then we get T'Challa standing there over the Shi'ar, and he, swoops his mask back, and we see T'Challa's old. Like, this is in the future. I mean, like, gray hair, wrinkles, all of that shit. And he's like, what kind of monster are you to the Shi'ar? And the guy's like, I'm not a monster. What? I just wanted to do this. I have plans. And that's when T'Challa's like, the way you're talking and the way you're bleeding, you're not even human. You're a machine. So shockingly, again, the synths are the reason everyone's dying via xenomorph. Which I wonder if we'll talk about later tonight. So from that point, this guy's not like afraid at all. He's like, oh, it's no big. I can do what I want. Blah, 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 blah. So T'Challa just puts his hand out. His son goes, here, Dad, gives him a sword, and T'Challa cuts this guy's fucking head off. And as they're walking away, just goes, bring the head. And so as they're flying away, we find out that the reason why is because they're able to extract information from the head, from like the processors and everything in there, and find out where some of these went. And then we get our title card, which I don't know about you guys, but I fucking love. It has such good old school Alien vibes. And, right? And we get our little description of the aliens on the left side, our descriptors of the Avengers on this side that I'm blocking. Sorry, not sorry. And just, again, they just do a very good old school vibe of that. So from there, we cut to Earth. And now we're getting a description of what's been happening here. They said seed worlds, they weren't chosen at random. And when they were chosen, like, the process is the same every time. Each seed probe carries 4 queen eggs, along with 12 infected hosts in suspended animation. Then they all get sent to 4 different parts of whatever fucking planet we're on. From there, we cut to the planet side, and we start seeing the danger, the problem this brings up. And we see, like, guys coming out of, like, these weird pods and stuff, screaming as we're not seeing it yet, but chest bursters are clearly breaking through. And it's like, they were not only were they placed in suspended animation, they were placed in suspended animation right before the burst of the chest burster. And now we've got these people being found by others, which, if you ever seen the end of the movie Life, it's a lot like that. Hey, we're saving the big spaceman. No, we're not. We're dooming Earth. So yeah, we got different scenes here. We get some humans walking up on a pod. We get an alien with the chest burster coming out. We got a person in front of an egg, face hugger, all hugging on his face. And we eventually have the queen. Because remember, they didn't just send regular eggs, they sent queen eggs too. So eventually a queen does awaken and start, making more eggs. And now it's getting much more accelerated. Now we're seeing all different parts of the globe. And we're seeing, within a week, each queen hive will produce a brigade of warrior drones. And we're seeing Moscow. And then we're seeing, New York, Tokyo, one of those places. And it's like within a month, an endless army. Within a year, a planet-raising horde. Then we see, Paris and these other places, and saying, and remember, each seed probe contains 4 of these. So all these things that we're saying, it's happening at minimum 4 times. And it's like, there's no way anyone survives. But, no human. And they're pointing out, but the Inhumans, they can survive. They've got the perfect shield around their meteor planetoid city. I don't know. I never got too into the Inhumans. But unfortunately, like so many other civilizations, there's infighting, the haves and the have-nots. Someone gets pissed, lets the xenomorphs in. So even though the Inhumans easily could have withstood, they're not. They're dying too. And then we're seeing scenes of Atlantis, and they're like, Atlantis didn't even have screens. The xenomorphs, as we've seen, are aquatic monsters. Like, no one even technically knew when Atlantis fell. Even Wakanda was going down, and that's what we're seeing in that bottom one. And then they're talking about other things. They're saying, like, the mutants decided to leave the planet, except for one, and we get an image of Apocalypse sitting there. They're like, the first of the mutants, he doesn't run. He doesn't care. He fights the xenomorphs. And Apocalypse thinks to himself, if he lives, he lives. And if he dies, he dies. So be it. Only the fittest survive. And it's not until we eventually get all of Earth is destroyed. Every single part of Earth is taken over by xenomorphs, except for that one last human city. And here's where it gets real crazy. That city that seemed to know this was all coming, the man who runs it is named Wayland. So we're in that city now, and we see this really old guy sitting here just looking out at the sunset. And someone just walks up, and this old lady's walking up, and she's like, if you keep staring at the sun, you're going to go blind, Bruce. And it's like, oh, God. And he's like, oh, I've got cataract eyes. I'm fine. Carol. So, we're just a little bit of exposition. We got Bruce Banner and we got Carol Danvers. And they're sitting there, and they're looking out, and they're worried. They're worried because they're saying, like, I made a promise. Like, I promised him on his deathbed I'd take care of her. I can't lose her. I can't do that. And Carol's sitting there. She's like, well, you can't go running after her. Like, we sent her on this mission. We said she could do it. And the fact is, Bruce, people need you here in this city. And he's like, it's not a city. It's a tomb. And I love that. And Carol's like, well, I'll tell you what. You know it. I know it. But the second this place goes, I'm taking in as much energy as possible. And while they're talking, they get a notification. And the her that they've been waiting on, they found her. She's alive. She's okay, but she's running because, shockingly, on Xenomorph World, she's running from Xenomorphs. So Bruce hulks the fuck out and jumps. And as he does, we have Miles Morales, my favorite Spider-Man. He is in the area, and he is whipping his way in as the Hulk is just jumping like a Hulk. And, they're going, and they hear this person running like, oh, God, they're on me. They're going to get me. They're going to get me. And as this car comes around the corner with xenomorphs on it, Miles is like, they ain't going to get you. And he grabs her, and he pulls her out. And we got Valeria Richards, the daughter of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. And she's running from this, from a xenomorph, a couple of xenomorph drones. And as Miles is pulling her out, the Hulk just grabs a building and, like Hulk smash, crush with bugs, done. But more than that, in this one, the Hulk is talking. And he's sitting there. He's like, you're a late young lady. She's like, shut up. I'm a 45-year-old woman. I've been divorced twice. I can be late, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, whatever. We're going to go. We got to go home. She's like, hang on. And she runs back to the car because this whole mission thing that she was on, she got a xenomorph egg. And I do think it's funny that while they're sitting there talking about that, Miles is just like, whip. So it turns out xenomorphs can get held by Spider-Man webs. Fun. Anyway. So they grab the xenomorph egg and they head back to the city. And now that they're in the city, they're in Val's lab, and she's talking. She's like, we tried fighting them. We did what we do. We avenge, So we went in and we fought them, but it wasn't enough. So then we tried getting them when the face huggers were going because we wanted to save everyone, but that's not enough. And we learned the second a face hugger's on, that person's dead. It's just a matter of time. Even after the face hugger falls off. So I figured it out. What we got to do, we got to kill the eggs. I'm making a virus that will kill all of the eggs. And, they're all like, yeah, kill the xenomorphs. They're fucking nightmares. But Bruce is like, I don't know, like, should we? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want xenomorphs around, but like, what if we create, this virus and it mutates into something worse? And Carol just goes, Bruce, look around. There's not a worse. This is the worst. And so eventually they're like, all right, Val, go ahead. You can murder egg baby alien things. And she's like, okay, well, get out of my lab. I got to think, I'm like, okay. So they all leave. Then we get Bruce, and he's up and he's talking with Wayland. And Wayland, it turns out Wayland was the reason that, like, he convinced Bruce to let Val go out. And Bruce was like, if anything had happened to her, I hope I would have blamed you, and I would have been very angry. And they're just going back and forth like, oh, we're old men, but we still matter. So from there, Bruce goes back to Val's lab. And he's knocking on the door. He's just like, hey, dinner. You gotta eat. You're a person. Persons have to eat. And she's not answering. He's like, come on, open up. And so he tries doing his override code, which, by the way, evidently his password is Gamma. Bruce, you're supposed to be like one of the smartest scientists. That's your password? Why not just name it 1, 2? Anyway. So he's like, password override, because for some reason the door's not opening. And finally, when he does the override, it doesn't open, but he does get a message from Val. And it's this hologram that pops up. She's like, my plan, it was going great. It was working. Like I was using the light bending technology based on mom's powers, and I was sneaking in, and it was fine. And no one saw me, and I was perfect. I was in. I had the egg. I was sneaking out. She goes, but then I tripped. Can you believe I tripped? I wasn't paying enough attention. And then the next thing I knew, they were all over me. And as she's talking, we're finding out Val didn't get out of there unscathed. Val, a facehugger, got her. So while she was alone in that lab, while she was locking that door and saying, no one come in, it was because chestburster and eventually xenomorph. So the Hulk tears the fucking door open. He promised Reed on his deathbed he would save Val, protect Val, but he can't. All he can do is go in an adventure and kill the xenomorph that burst out of her chest and all of this. And interesting fact, it seems that xenomorph acid, as we're seeing here, hurts the Hulk, but then very, very quickly, he just shrugs over it, I guess. So this is bad, obviously. Val's dead. But he killed the xenomorph. And everyone else shows up. They're like, oh, God, no, that's so awful. And they're like, but wait. Because she brought back an egg. And as we all know, these eggs have face huggers. So they're walking around and they're trying to just like very carefully spot it. And then I am sorry to depress all of you. My guy, my favorite Spider-Man, face hugger right on Miles.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
I know. Miles gets taken by the face hugger. He falls to the ground. They're obviously upset, but they also know there's literally nothing that can be done. They're talking. They're like, there's no nerve system. It's literally just autonomous. At this point, if we try and get it off him at all, it will die and he will die. Like, we've tried every fucking way. We've tried magic and it doesn't work. And Whale's just in there and he's like, we got to burn it. It's the only thing we can do. And as he's saying burn it, Carol's like, wait, what the fuck is that? And they look down and they notice something weird happening. And that's when Miles' suit crawls off of him and onto the face hugger. And the face hugger lets out a voice saying, we don't like this body, but it'll work for now. Miles was wearing the Venom symbiote. The Venom symbiote saved his life. And the Venom symbiote, taking over the face hugger, crawls onto Miles, and without infecting him with a xenomorph, gives him, I guess, xenomorphic and symbiote powers. And Miles goes, that was the fucking worst, but I'll tell you, there's only, you can forget all those other pictures. I did them out of order. That was my bad. He's like, we got to get the hell off this planet. And that's the end of issue 1.
Nice.
Yo, that is crazy.
I know.
First, I gotta say, I gotta ask, it's Miles is your favorite Spider-Man for real?
Yeah.
Not Ben Reilly? No, I'm just joking.
No, I mean, I think we can all agree that Ben Reilly's my favorite Scarlet Spider. Stupid.
Ben Riley is my favorite. Man.
No, I'll say this. A big reason why Miles is my favorite is also hashtag kill Sabine. They killed Peter Parker before I fucking hated Sabine. I mean, come on.
That was very ballsy.
While they made the mistake of eventually bringing Peter back in the Ultimate Universe, in my opinion, Miles was always that Spider-Man. I thought it was awesome. It was really fun watching Miles try and go through the Spider-Man journey and seeing how, like, even with the guidebook, it's still a nightmare.
I did. I appreciated the transition in the comics, but I did like Into the Spider-Verse, the way they did it a little bit more.
100%, yes.
And I'm really digging this issue of this comic, man. Like, I didn't.
There's only 4 issues of it.
There's only 4.
Yep.
Okay, so a nice brisk story. Yeah, I like the way that they integrated the Xenomorphs into the Avengers world. Like, sometimes these crossovers can be a little hokey. I remember reading Spawn versus Batman when I was a kid, and I was like, this is just like, this looks cool, but this is nonsensical. Nonsense.
I mean, like, we did Batman Ninja Turtles, we did Ninja Turtles Power Rangers. They're fun as fuck, but they're all of the cheese. It is the entire aisle of cheese from the grocery store. It is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's fun, but that doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, the Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, that was taking a stroll down the dairy aisle for sure. But that made sense with those 2 franchises.
Yeah, but the way they brought them into each other was just like, what are you doing?
You think I get fucking demonetized if I just do this?
Probably. We should get the DMX one. Then we can get we can get the YouTube.
Hold on,
people off our back.
X gonna read it to you.
Just give me about 17 minutes. No, that's next week. God damn it! Shout out to Toby Blanco. Y'all don't fucking respect Toby Blanco enough.
You respect Toby Blanco the exact appropriate amount.
No, they don't. Hashtag Ricky B flag. Hashtag Toby Blanco. Hashtag Jeff Madel.
Hashtag maybe he should stick to one name.
Hashtag because of the hacker.
Definitely look out for Jeff Comic Book Corner videos dropping on NerdsatNite soon. But we should move on to our next topic of the night. Yeah, we should move on to that HBO original series featuring our favorite homicidal maniac. Previous homicidal maniac. He's been
my previous favorite.
He's still very homicidal, but the character for you, the costume. Just go as Hush, man.
Oh, it's Hush.
All you got to do is get medical bandages, wrap your face, and have eye holes. That's all you got.
You got a trench coat?
I don't
even need it because during the fight he loses the trench coat.
I do know somebody who cosplays as Carmen Sandiego, so I could probably hit her up. Figure that out.
Oh man, you know what? Damn, thanks, Jeff. Because I got a whole bunch of gauze and wrap stuff around.
Honestly, that seems like the most uncomfortable. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be able to.
I do like the idea of
you just leave your one eye like open.
Yeah. Well, the other idea that I had. Do you got any cheesy Hawaiian-y? It doesn't even need to really be a Hawaiian shirt, but just like cheesy shirts like that.
Nigga, no.
Just go as Wash.
Oh man, I would love to go as Wash.
You know what? My bad.
Mr. President. Thanks.
But let's go ahead and move on to our next topic.
Yeah, I won't stop until you make me.
We're going to be talking about the original HBO Max series.
You played the perfect part of that song, the best part of that song. The end.
I do like the yeah. But yeah, Peacemaker season 3, episode 5. Back to the suture.
God bless all of you who actually watched this fucking show. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, X.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
My
thank you
ex.
guys for tuning in tonight. At the meeting location, Harcourt tries to convince Chris to leave, denying that they had a connection after previously hooking up. However, not wanting Bordeaux to kill him, Harcourt knocks Chris unconscious herself. Very impressive, but also feel like Chris isn't gonna like try to fight back a lot, since it's Harcourt, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Like I was like when later on when they say to Economist, when Economist is like, that's impressive. Like how the fuck did she take him down? But I was like,
I mean,
he's not
she
gonna
is a
stop saying
badass, but all right, let's put it this way. I still think she could have taken him out. I think she would have been hurt a lot more if he was trying.
Yeah, it would have been a longer fight if they were both. If he was trying, and if she was like actually trying, not just trying to like knock him out, that would have been. I'd be interested to see that fight.
Oh yeah, he'd be missing out.
But
I'd be interested to see our faces. That's what I'd be interested in.
Oh yes, a little
frizzy.
Was it also
frizzy fuzzy?
Actually, I'll let you get through the breakdown before I start.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just going back to back at Argus, Harcourt manages to get Economist to book Chris in jail in order to save his life as Flag Senior brutally beats him up. I do want to talk about just this opening part a little bit because I was wondering at the end of the last episode, how is Chris going to get out of this? Turns out he's not. Ends up getting booked. I turned it off. He ends up getting booked, but he before he's basically gets his life saved by Economist. Rick really lays into him, and I gotta say, this is an impressive scene. The way that shot
knee
it
to the face,
yes,
had to be a rubber body.
Yeah, because like I was watching a breakdown, and they had mentioned that. They had mentioned that James Gunn had like a full rubber body double made for Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And everyone would come into it.
That was the rap party.
Yes, I saw the same interview.
They start fucking. It was gross.
No, but yeah, I think that they used something similar, and like even in the moment. Even like it's like very effective and it's very like makes you wince. He like you could tell that John Cena isn't moving at all.
Yeah,
so it's probably just like a rubber doll.
Also, by the way, real quick side note on that doll, the one of Chris Pratt is, I think they said 35 pounds. Imagine how much the one of Cena weighs.
Right? That's probably like a good like 70 pounds easy.
Minimum.
Well, they probably in this case, they would have only needed to make a half of one.
Yeah, just the torso.
I'm more just that's a good point.
No, I'm just saying to your point, you're absolutely correct. But in this one situation, I think they would have only needed to have half of one. Now, another thing they could have done. Now, this is crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but
just beat the shit out of him for real.
Just use the one that you used in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That'd be so funny if it was just Chris
the
Pratt.
face. Just change the face a little bit, put the shirt on him. Just change the hair, maybe, and bing bong. I mean, you're just smashing his goddamn faces at with two to three frames that people are gonna actually be able to see.
Yeah.
So
you know what? I would actually like to know how they did it though, because also, I mean, Cena's a wrestler. He knows how to make it look like he's getting hit without taking that damage,
True, but that's
also
should people tune in on Thursday to the Bantha Bunch to find out?
Listen. No, listen. Honest to God, dude can barely fucking run. He's not taking hits like that.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that one out.
I think last week was this weekend was his last wrestling match ever. I think so. He took like 8 power bombs from Brock Lesnar like in a row. And yes, wrestling is predetermined, but
I mean,
wrestling is not.
They're still gymnasts. Yeah.
Well,
they're basically
there's
stuntmen.
just plywood. They're not basically stuntmen. They're stuntmen who get to act. Future.
So you're basically saying
Tom Cruise.
So you're basically saying the future of Cena is basically going to be the current Liam Neeson. Yeah, he's going to be getting in fights, but we're going to be noticing a lot more quick cuts during those fights.
I think he's pretty much going to cash in and just start doing trying to do more dramatic roles.
He should.
Because he cannot walk. I know you. I pointed out to you in this episode when he's like avoiding the snipers or whatever. He literally can't. He cannot stand straight up and run. He can't stand straight up. Period.
Well, so that brings us to the point that I was thinking about in the beginning of the episode was like, I thought it was so funny how Peacemaker was able to quickly, with no prior knowledge, get across that field without being in line of sight. But then the second he's surrounded, he loses all technical awareness. Doesn't realize that, hey, you got this guy covering the back of your neck. Don't turn your face towards the sniper.
100% right.
And the fact that he didn't realize, clearly Harcourt was keeping you alive.
Yeah, I was disappointed by.
Well, I guess she doesn't have titties, but I mean, he
was booby trapped.
He was booby. He got distracted by the female, and then he lost his inhibitions. He got his. Oh man, let me tell you something.
Because there's a lot of real attractive females.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all are keeping it going. Shout out to Othelius back after.
What up, Othelius?
Don't call it a comeback. He said, "What up, my Banthas? What up, Blanco?"
There famously no unattractive people on this show.
He said, Othelius said, "Hey, being a stuntman ain't always safe either. That shit gets hazardous depending on the stunt and the crew."
We saw Fall Guy. We agree.
For sure. And I was actually going to say,
Fifth Bantha said Tom Holland got hurt last Friday, and the Spider-Man movie had to shut down, and Henry Cavill got hurt doing
Warhammer,
the new Highlander movie that I did not know was getting made until he hurt his ankle. So
don't get me wrong. If you're gonna remake it, I'm excited to see Cavill in it because just give him every nerd thing ever.
Can
we just make anything original?
No.
Next.
So
the blue,
he's getting the shit kicked out of him in a teeny tiny room.
Yep. But I think that's one of the great things, and I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena ended up going to a Chad Stahelski sort of direction where he's like a stuntman or stunt performer turned director. Maybe goes that route because I have heard some stories about John Cena and advocating for safety on set, for people. When people are stunt performers or they're familiar with that side, they have a little bit more caution and attention to detail. So maybe we just need more people like him.
Surprisingly, wrestlers are extremely cautious when it comes to safety and managing whether or not people are going to you're going to get hurt because taking a bump hurts. But managing whether or not that bump is going to, you can only take so many bumps, as they say.
Yeah,
you can only take so many bumps over time, and you want to make sure each bump doesn't take away from the next one as much as I mean.
I was thinking he was going to go the Bautista route, cut down some of that weight, open yourself up to a way bigger range of roles.
Yeah.
And
he is still taking human growth hormones.
Yeah, it's very clear. We've seen Rock.
That wasn't mustard on that hot dog.
No, it was not. It was mixed with mustard.
We have
It's a little
seen
growth hormone. Can I have a little mustard added to my growth hormone?
yeah, we've
Shout out to
seen
Gerson Purge.
we've seen Rock go that direction too. He's got the smashing machine. He still is a massive hulking person, but he apparently lost a lot of weight for that movie. And then later on in this episode, believing he does not belong in this universe, Chris decides to head into the alternate dimension permanently, along with Eagly, who, as the prime eagle, summoned a horde of eagles to maul St. Wild to death while the 11th Street kids were gone. Now, so much to unpack with this. Apparently, Eagly is a meta eagle, a meta bird.
Oh, no. That's just how birds are.
It's like a big ass crow.
Have you never seen a bird go all lights of Akimbo? Come on.
I have seen it once. Not gonna say whether or not I was on mushrooms. That don't seem to matter.
That's between him and the bird.
I'm just saying it's between me and the bird. I'm just saying that's what I saw.
I did like how
might have been an owl. That is a bird.
I did like how it sort of came back around where economists lie and was named St. Wild's wild irrationalization ended up becoming true. Like John Economist was like, I don't think that's the only thing that this could mean. And turns out that's exactly what it meant.
The only thing that it could mean. You fucking idiot, economist. You're supposed to be smart.
Did anybody else think Eagly was dead at first?
No.
No?
No.
It was just too stupid of a death for Eagly. And I mean, James Gunn likes to push the envelope, but he also understands. He would have killed a person like that. He wouldn't kill a bird like that for us.
That is true. He cares more about animals.
Also, if Eagly died, it would have been
a lot of his people come back to life. Like a lot of his dudes come back.
Persons. Also, if Eagly died, it would have kept Peacemaker from going through the door, so the story would have stalled out.
Maybe. I did hear somebody say that that they thought he was going to get killed, or Eagly was going to get killed, and that would have just further pushed him out of this universe. It's like, well, now I have absolutely no reason to be here. Which I could see that, but
if he did that,
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Because this is just some shit. Look, James Gunn is still out, bro. It's still out there. The what do you call it? The judge.
Oh, the jury's out.
The jury is out there eating hot dogs, deliberating.
I've definitely enjoyed everything that he's done so far with the DCU. And I really liked what he did with the Suicide Squad. I think the Suicide Squad is still my favorite thing that he's done. I like that more than But I'm really liking what he's doing with this show and the way he's using it to expand the universe. Not a lot plot wise happens in this one. Like he goes into the portal. Judo Master follows suit, and
it's not going to go well for Judo Master.
Then
Judo Master.
Then the 11th Street kids decide they're gonna follow after him and save him. And I've heard a lot of scuttlebutt online saying that the last 3 episodes, which we're coming up on now, are gonna be the craziest and the ones that lead into the Superman sequel the most. I'm interested to see how everything's gonna break out, and I'm sure that we're gonna get the theory that we've been saying all season, that the other universe is the Nazi universe. Film Age / subscribe
Simulation
Presents says, could Eagly be from the alternate Nazi universe theory? Could he be called the Iron Eagle? That that would be funny if his brother suggests or Augie suggests that as a superhero.
Yeah, right. But I mean, I think you missed probably the most important part of this episode, and that is the Greek bodyguarding / hitman.
That is the most important part of the episode.
I was the entire time he's having that conversation. I swear to God, I was about to have an aneurysm. I was like, "How is Adrian not saying anything?" You know, he's thinking it,
right? Adrian can be very polite.
You know what? I don't know what Adrian is thinking. You know, you think you know what he's thinking, and then
you never know
something
usually about spiders,
bodies,
or manta rays.
Yeah.
He's
insects or killing people. Insects. Or killing people.
Hey, you don't have to worry about me. I never kill a prostitute. Their lives are hard enough.
Their lives are hard enough. That shit was one of the.
He's a very sincere sociopath. Probably the most sincere sociopath in television history.
Were you trying to say a sinceriopath?
Oh, I like that.
I don't.
Oh, well then.
But excuse me, I do think there was one more important part of this episode. The connection to Superman.
Yeah, the connection to Superman. Wait, what?
Okay,
what connection to Superman?
I missed that.
Oh wait,
the kaiju they killed at the end was the one that Superman and the Justice Gang were fighting in the movie.
Right. Yeah, I did see some. I couldn't tell that it was the same kaiju.
Is
and
that
I
a connection? Is that impressive, or is that just reusing a template?
Because if nothing else, it gives
I'm
us.
going to use this composite because I already had it.
Yeah, we already have this composite. We can save $15,000.
But it tells us that Superman's not in this perfect world.
I don't.
Is he not in this perfect world? Or is he just a Nazi?
They said if he was a Nazi, then he would have killed the kaiju like that.
Well,
the trio wanted to have to take him out.
He didn't really give a shit, probably. You know, just like in Superman, he did not actually go try to take out the kaiju. He was just like, they got it. So maybe.
Like with the kaiju, he was trying to save and take it to an intergalactic zoo.
Oh no, the kaiju, but the other thing,
Mr. McSpittalick.
I think that it's fair to say that
that's a fun name.
This is in Washington State, and Metropolis is more Midwest, East Coast, and who knows where the Justice.
I mean, it's supposed to be within driving distance of Kansas.
I hate that so much.
Walmart.
Correct.
They don't have a Walmart in fucking Smallville, so they got to drive to New York City.
Right. I hate the Metropolis, Smallville, and fucking Gotham City being within like a 45-minute
you can
span.
Get there.
Is like
Would you
ludicrous.
not
well, Batman v Superman, they're literally across a lake.
Yeah.
What y'all don't understand is actually Lake Michigan.
No, because if it's across Lake Michigan, then you don't see the other city. It's so fucking far.
Well, from where we go in Chicago, you can see Michigan City.
Where did you?
But not real. I mean, on a clear day, you could probably see a little.
Which is in Indiana, I think.
It is.
I do like one of the things I do like
America.
about one thing I do like about DC is that it is all fake cities. We have Star City and Century City and all these.
The only thing is, I just wish they would give us a map. I would like to have an idea of where they are.
Yeah, but that's just so hard. It's gonna take some very strong lines.
There's
the only one I know about is
there's a Gotham map out there, and it's just.
Go look it up.
It's insane.
The only one I know is Coast City, somewhere on the West Coast.
Exactly.
Coast City.
But
guys, let us know.
Get caught up in the
Coast City. Let us know what you thought of this episode of Peacemaker. We only got 3 episodes left. We're gonna be
cheap bitch.
But we should move on to our next topic of the night. That's right. We're talking about those crazy xenomorphs on FX's original series.
Oh shit, that shit give me hype right there. Shout out to 9 Inch Nails, doing the score for this show.
Dude, Trent Reznor does good scores.
Yeah. But you know what I love? It's not just him. It's them, because it's what they'll put 9 Inch Nails.
Is 9 Inch Nails of them again?
Apparently, that's interesting, because I saw that they're also they did the score for the new Tron movie. I was like, it's not just Trent Reznor, and
it's not just Trent Reznor. It's literally listed as 9 Inch Nails, so that shows that there's a little bit more of, because he's done a lot of movies by himself.
Oh yeah,
just him.
Honestly, best part of The Social Network.
Yeah, which is always different. It's always similar. Like there's elements of 9 Inch Nails, but there's always different. You know what I mean? Like different than,
he's not just sucking his own dick.
Exactly.
He still makes it fit the movies.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. And I'm just saying, really dope that it's now, 9 Inch Nails, not just Trent doing X movie. They're putting it in the credits, meaning it, Hollywood wise, that means that, entertainment wise, that means everybody getting the money.
Yes,
not just one person getting the money.
It's pretty huge. They're getting the band back together.
I mean, he is sober now, so I don't think he cares near as much about.
Well, they're old, so they don't want to do shows. It's like, look, we can basically do a show from your basement with, watching a really dope TV show or watching a really dope movie while we get.
I imagine it's been like really fun and fulfilling. Like they've definitely made a name for themselves as great composers, challengers. Like one of my favorite scores that came out last year. But let's talk about Alien Earth, Episode 7, Emergence. Smee discovers Slightly hiding an incapacitated Arthur, and the latter convinces him to help deliver Arthur to Morrow on the beach. Security rescues the lab specimens, and Wendy is disgusted by Cavalier's attitude towards Toodle's death and convinces Nibs to join her and Joe in escaping the island.
A Cavalier attitude towards Curly's death, or
the Cavalier attitude. This boy is being very Cavalier.
I like it.
I really enjoyed this episode, especially like compared to the episode prior.
The
episode prior really irritated
garbage. Or not garbage, but very stupid.
Yeah, just like everybody was just making really bad decisions, like uncharacteristically.
That's a good point. They all make good decisions in this episode.
You're still some bad.
You did qualify. I had already begun my sentence and I was committed. You are, yes, uncharacteristically so was an important qualifier there. I will agree with you.
There's definitely still some poor decisions that are being made in this, and I feel like
went with it.
Having people be kids, because kids are the ultimate dum-dums. That gives you a lot of allowances for bad decisions. But what did you guys think of the specifically the storyline with we have Smee and Slightly taking Arthur to the beach, because I thought this was like a cool storyline and just like so sad, especially how maternal Arthur is. Now you see how much he cares about these two kids. Rick Flag, like, what did you think of that?
So with this story and with some of the other stories, the entire time I'm just like, you're all so goddamn stupid, but then I have to keep being, but it was immediately follow up with, you're all so clearly kids that you're making these decisions. And I think we saw it in different ways with this specific story. It's so Slightly's obviously doing it because he's scared. He's scared for his mom. If he was more of an adult, I think he would realize your mom's dead, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's one of two things that's going on here. Your mom's dead, which is the most likely one in my personal opinion, or you could have just played along and the guy heard you. He didn't see any shit. You could have just played along and he would have left your mom alone. So like, I think that if he was an adult, he would have understood that more. The more interesting one for me is Smee, because Smee's whole thing is like, I only did it because you said he was going to be okay, and I think that's as opposed to Slightly, who's like trying to choose to live in this ignorance, or or I'm sorry, is living in this ignorance. I think in this situation, Smee chose to, in the sense of, I think we all know when you see a weird leather baseball glove that's breathing for you and giving you some mommy dommy chokiness going on, you know they're not going to be okay. But I think he decided to believe his friend because that was easier than accepting the most likely truth. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like for sure. Like, and I did really like his performance as well.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, like I feel like these two are like the best at performing as children. Like Curly just seems like a grown ass woman. These two kids are doing like the best at like performing, adults as kids.
Ophelia said at that point, I get slightly.
Yeah,
he got to do it for his mom, man. But to y'all's point, your mama dead, bro.
Yeah.
Your mama dead, bro. But like, he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing but a little kid. Plus, but let me tell you something. He got good and adapted to lying pretty good. At least being able to lie to enough.
Yeah.
Not according to Arthur.
Well, Arthur is the only one who actually looks at these people like people. Like, so he's like, he can't. Like, look, dude already lost his job. He's literally been told if he's there after a while, he's gonna die. But then he decides to go.
Which, by the way, turns out was true.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then he told him, but then he says, you know what? Let me do one good thing. Something's going wrong with one of these kids. Let me go check. And then that gets him killed. Being a nice guy gets him killed. So he was able to lie him into a baby into his stomach or his lungs.
That's the part that annoyed me about this scene. That's the only part about this episode that was actually like, so yeah, I was yelling at the kids and stuff, but it made absolute sense for their characters. The part that did annoy me, and 100%, I get this is a small thing, but they're chest bursters. We fed one to a lung. Why is it coming out right there?
Yeah, it was weird. To your point, it came straight out of his center of his body,
but
it actually came out. But when they showed it later, like you're saying,
it's like off to the side.
Man, just how many shots do you think that they did all of that and then
and no set is like,
and then the practice.
I thought it was called chest burster.
It's a liver burster.
It's a pancreas burster. I did like again how maternal Arthur was, and that really sweet scene.
Paternal.
Paternal. Sorry.
Wrong
prefix. But no, I did like how.
This nigga got some $1 million words, don't he?
I like the scene where he's holding them both by the hand and walking them up the beach, and it's like it just like gives you this false sense of hope. We all know what's about to happen, but at the same time, it's like in a different set of circumstances, he will be like guiding these two kids back to just like to lend towards the better angels of their nature. It's like, we don't have to go do this terrible thing. You have choices.
For a second, I was like, are the kid's just I thought is slightly gonna like crush his hand. And then he didn't need to because death.
Yeah. I'm sure that Arthur crushed his hand. There's no Lamaze classes that's gonna get him through that.
Sure not.
Lamaze classes.
But yeah, then later let's talk about Wendy, Moira, Angela Darling. She is going through some crazy shit. We mentioned before that she decided for her, Joe, and Nibs to escape.
Nibby.
Trying to find my place here. Wendy, Joe, and Nibs are held at gunpoint by Utani forces, but Wendy calls the xenomorph, which kills them. We just see a better example of her connection with fatality. A better connection with. Yeah, we get a Mortal Kombat moment later for sure. What do you
reptiles in the building? Yeah.
Actually, we'll just go ahead and go through the last of this. Then later on, Wendy, Joe, and Nibs reach the boat, but they are intercepted by Neverland security. Nibs, frustrated, brutally kills a soldier. But that's because you don't fuck with Mr. Strawberry.
Prompting hooking.
By the way, didn't even like tear it up, just got it damp.
Yeah,
he just tossed it in the water. You can dry it.
Nope, not me.
Mr. Strawberry can't swim, Jeff. But Joe,
you know who else can't? That dude who's missing a jaw.
Completely unrelated. His parents just never taught him. Joe incapacitated. Joe incapacitated her, and shocked Wendy scolds Joe as the xenomorph watches in the distance. Now there have been some speculations that Nibs is actually dead because she the sound design for her vocals as she was like being stunned is very similar to David when he died in like one of the other movies. No, not David. Bishop. Yeah, the one from the first
movie, and technically Romulus.
Yeah, technically Romulus. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that she's stunned or dead? Because Wendy's reaction makes it feels like she's dead to me. But what do you guys
don't know a goddamn thing, and we've been talking about that shit. Mm-hmm. First of all, I think she's alive, whatever that means in this grand scheme of things, and also. Why don't we just go stop saying that this bitch is stupid? I just believe we got to make sure that's an emphasis.
Wait, which
on
Nibs or Wendy?
Wendy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wendy. No, Nibs is crazy.
Hey, the term is homicidal.
Yeah. And Wendy is the villain, man. I'm still with it. I'm still on. I know I'm not answering your question, but I'm still on the fact that Wendy is actually the villain, dude.
Well, that's a good point because also think about how did they get out of the building? She let the xenomorph go kill. By the way, okay, so like let's bring it all full circle-ish. The people out there, the soldiers are holding guns on them. I still don't really agree with her being like, hey, Chocolate, I don't know. You name the xenomorph what you want. Hey, Chocolate, go kill these random people who, by the way, I don't know, might even be here to save us, but murder them. And then the second it starts looking bad at the boat, she's like, hey, Chocolate, get over here and murder these ones. And then so there's all that, but also remember, to even get out of the building, she let it out to murder innocent scientists.
Innocent scientists.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, technically, I guess any scientist. We know what, we're not going to touch that yet. And then lastly, like super upset with Joe for either knocking out or killing Nibs. In the moment, I took it as killing because of the way Wendy reacted, but the way shows in general, but especially this one go, I could see it being they're trying to make us think she's dead and then bring her back at the last second. Oh, okay.
They just don't like the actress. They're just going to keep making her not have anything to say for an episode or two.
But then Wendy's completely okay with hardcore murder of even if Nibs was like, these people are bad and trying to keep us here, we should stop them. She could have knocked him out, or she could have killed him quickly instead of tearing off his jaw. I don't care how bad it is. She clearly went over the deep end.
Yeah, Nibs is unhinged. And I feel like she Nibs was completely unhinged. Like I feel like her and Wendy are like on different sides of the same coin of like having a sort of like realization about their mortality and like the complexities of this transfer of your soul basically to this metal or to this inorganic I would be interested. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it's going to go forward. But yeah, to your point, Wendy is definitely becoming more of an antagonist, definitely losing sight of her humanity. But also, she's like sort of the audience's liaison into the, I guess, lack of a better word, humanity of the xenomorphs, like seeing that they're not, technically just these mindless creatures who just kill anything that's in front of them. They do have a community and language, and like any other species. So I'm interested to see how they're going to explore that.
But they are giant murder ants. They might have a language, they might have a community. They don't have a will of their own. Their entire purpose is propagating the species and keeping the queen alive.
I mean, sounds like my last job. Athelius Maximus said in the chat, I'm low key on Wendy's side. I mean, think it's nuts that she is has a pet alien.
Agreed.
But it's fuck Waylon and Yutani and all the other corpos under all circumstances. Yeah, I mean, like, if you wanted to see her as just like this freedom fighter person who's going to change the status quo of this ultra corporate ruled universe, yeah, maybe we need something to perforate this.
Well, there's one problem with that. She doesn't know that's why she's killing them. Like, that's the point of being the freedom fighter. Now, here's the thing. Like, I'm still agreeing. Yeah, like, fuck all the corporations, considering it's getting closer and closer to becoming that part of sci-fi becoming reality in our lifetimes.
Right.
So, yeah, kill them all.
Yeah, that's what Othelius basically.
No, I think I had a different point at some point.
Othelius
is basically saying, and those scientists aren't innocent. Every scientist on that island is complicit with looking the other way on a lot of other fucked up stuff.
That is what Athelius sounds like, just in case.
Just in case I was wondering. Just because
I was like, am I smelling toast? What's going on? Motherfucker.
But guys, let us know what you thought of this episode of Alien Earth. We only got a few episodes left on this season.
I tried to do it to him, but it wouldn't do it for him. It would only do it for me.
Do we have a few more, or do we just have one more?
Wait a second.
What'd you say?
Oh, do we only have one more?
I think so.
Shit.
Yeah, we only got one more.
Gina?
That's why I did the issue today.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you talking about, boy?
Okay, well, shit.
Talking about
wrap up soon.
The last thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Goddamn Timothy Oliphant, man. He's awesome in everything. I felt like he was a star.
I guarantee you, all of his dialogue is ADR. Guarantee it. If he was walking around talking as low as he's talking in this.
I don't know about this episode though, because this was the episode where I was like, "This feels the most like Timothy Oliphant I've seen in this episode, this season so far."
Yeah.
Which would make sense previously, considering he's a synth. Whereas in this episode, also kind of feels like the most, the closest to free will a synth can have, you know?
Right.
Real quick,
42.
at first, when you said Timothy Oliphant, for some reason, my brain heard Timothy Chalamet. And I thought that you were just making a joke. I was like, yeah, Boy Cavalier does look like Timothy Chalamet.
Boy Cavalier. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube at The Simulation Presents. Said,
I think she's gonna be involved in producing the queen egg.
I worry she's gonna go off world and become her own David.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Yeah, that's one of the things I like so much about Wendy as a character, because she's not simply like coded as a good guy or a bad guy. They can take this character.
I think she identifies as a girl.
I think you're right.
They could take her in a bunch of different ways in the places in the future with the movies, TV shows. Guys, let us know in the comments. What are you thinking? What do you think of this show so far? What do you think? Where do you think the franchise is going to go in the future? What are you laughing about?
I was laughing.
He's laughing about that. He's laughing about his laugh.
What kind of Donald Duck ass voice effect is that?
Okay, we have to move on to our last topic of the night because we got a lot to discuss. We are talking about the return of. That's right.
There's also this one. Doesn't sound as good.
That sounds like when you're a kid and you go to Walmart and buy the $3 voice modulator and think it sounds awesome, but then quickly realize no one can understand any word.
It is quickly. No one is fucking with this at all. Nobody.
Gen V season 2, episode 1 through 3. Yes, right. We got the first 3 episodes dropped all at once in the world of The Boys. Obviously, the very popular Amazon Prime TV series that is a commentary on, uses superheroes as a commentary on capitalism and corporate. The corporate world.
This is
and
nowhere near
politics.
related to real life.
One of my favorites, like Onion style headings, was The Boys writers getting really pissed that everything they come up with is less insane than real life.
It's like, I'm trying to make it more insane, but obviously, this show has gotten a lot of scrutiny this show and The Boys have gotten a lot of, I don't know if you say scrutiny, but a lot of people saying that
backlash.
I guess you say backlash. Yeah, that the show's too political.
Blacklash.
But the show is inherently political. I mean, like the main antagonist has a American flag as his cape, so there's a lot of commentary about the real life. But
in the comic, he kills the president. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. What more do you? It's pretty fucking political.
Yeah, it's very, very political show. Very relevant to what's going on. That's kind of the whole point of the show.
Well, it's like people getting pissed about Superman's whole "be kind." Really? Did you not? Were you not paying attention to any of Superman?
I feel like I need to make a whole nother Superman video. But let's go.
I think they'll call that video a manifesto.
It's propaganda. Episode 1 of season 2, New Year, New You. Emma Meyer and Jordan Lee, after their harsh confinement in the Elmira Center and Andre Anderson's death, are allowed to re-enroll at Godolkin. Yeah, sorry. As guardians, thanks to Kate Dunlop, but are forced to support Vaught's version of the Woods incident by corroborating Homelander's account. Now this was like obviously a kind of a sorry.
Well, I was going to say we got a very, very important comment right here.
Okay, Fifth Bantha.
Yeah, Fifth Bantha. He
said, "So why I gotta see assholes eating and cock?" Oh, he said, "So why I gotta see assholes eating and cocks everywhere, but Cricket always hiding her."
And fun news, that was actually, we can now play voicemails, and that was a voicemail left by the Fifth Bantha.
That was actually how the Fifth Bantha sounds.
I would probably just say like Gen V and The Boys are just trying to catch up. There's been so many. There's a bit of discrepancy between the tits and dick ratio as far as like nudity on television
in general.
In general. So I think that Gen V and The Boys are trying to just do their part to bring the ratio back, like to.
And that part is a cock.
Just the tip. I will say that I did enjoy like the return of the show. It just feels very much like in the vein of The Boys. Like it just kind of feels. It doesn't even feel like another show. It just feels like a continuation of The Boys. And that I think that the cameos and stuff like that definitely help. But I also like how optimistic this show is compared to The Boys, because Boys is very cynical. And there's only like really 2 characters that are like ethically like you can actually root for. It does feel like with this show, it's sort of, like as The Boys is coming to an end, we have these new younger characters who are focusing on actually being heroes, and they have someone like Starlight as a what you call it,
guide, beacon.
Yeah, all those things. Like they're looking to
Guide beacon.
Yeah, they're looking to Starlight for guidance, and as we know, she's the only good superhero. So I feel like this is a good direction for this show and for these characters. If like we want to like create a universe that's more optimistic, and we get out of like the cynicalness of the boys. But I don't know. Do you feel the same way, Rick Flag? Do you feel like this is a good direction for this? Or do you feel like it's a little bit too saccharine compared to the boys?
Well, I would have to say I forgot the show came back. Which, for our audience, is 100% my fault because Alex even texted us.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
So that one was my bad.
That is totally fine. No, yeah, like it kind of snuck up on a lot of people. Apparently, the ratings for Gen V have not been that great. I don't know why. I mean, I guess living in
I can tell you next week.
Living in LA, I see like 6 Gen V billboards like on my way from this guy's house to my house. So I was very well aware.
I was busy seeing anime movies, so my bad.
Oh, you saw Dragon Slayer?
No, I saw Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Dragon Slayer.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got.
That was
all right. I'll see y'all in a week. I'll watch it.
Get out of here. You want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
I do not. All right. You can always try and Skype down to the driveway at littledickie2.com.
Yeah, because of the hackers.
Yeah. You can try to find Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as usual, just be here on Monday nights. I will be the guy that forgets what the hell we're covering for a week. All right, y'all.
Please, Toby Blanco, ladies and gentlemen.
See you in a week.
I'm glad we brought the bit back. It's never a dull moment when we can bring the bit of somebody not watching the show. But what about you, Bill? Did you think because we talked about this a little bit before, a little off pod, but I do like the sincere nature of the show, and just like how it is more just like more sincere and earnest than the boys. Like we still get our gross shit, like people coming out of asses, penises exploding, but I feel like it is a little bit more earnest than the boys. How do you feel about it?
I ain't watching it.
Right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday.
No, I watch it. What do I think about what now?
Just the earnestness, because like especially when this show started. And like stuff like Invincible, we get more of the cynical version of being a superhero, and this seems like it's leaning more towards like a better example, Superman, where it's more earnest, and
it's not more earnest. This is not more earnest. I mean, I feel like this is just more over the top. Like they're trying to do as much as the over the top. I feel like it might be a little much. Maybe it was just because of the nature of it being 3 episodes released at one time. But I just felt like they were just on the boys. It's like one episode. Every episode you get one thing that's like crazy. They did something crazy with the powers thing. It got weird. But every episode of Gen V so far has been like 3-4 things happening. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like, all right, they got powers. We know they got powers. Like, can we do something else right now? Because like it's getting bogged down, and look, how do we get to this spot where we use this power set at this point, instead of like, this is a story that's built around like a story in which we then use these power sets as we go along because of the way it fits into the story. Like dude just coming out of old buddy's asshole while he doing hot yoga poses.
Oh yeah, that was
shit
definitely just like a gag.
It's just like a gag, and then I just got a lot of those in there where it's just like, as opposed to where the boys is more, like, okay, we're gonna do this thing at the beginning, or do this thing in the middle, or do this thing at the end that's gonna be like gnarly, and we're gonna go, but we can't try to do that the whole episode. We got to try to chop that up for the whole series, kind of thing. No, maybe that's to the degree. Maybe they do it that way because these are kids, right? And they're supposed to be more crazy, like, oh, they're college age, doing crazy shit.
No, yeah, I like, it definitely still has that grossness and like that shock value. And I don't, honestly, since I did just binge watch all 3 of these episodes, I don't really like, they all just kind of mesh together. It just feels like the 3-hour TV, like a 3-hour movie that I just watched. But I do like just how more optimistic these characters are, because they're young and naive, and just kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Dear White People, where just we have all these college students who are just like really ambitious and naive to a certain extent, but like we have these young people all the time, and throughout history, they're the ones who like protest and want to battle against the system. And I like the narrative of these characters. Like, well, we see how the sausage is made. We see how superheroes are really pieces of shit.
No freaky.
Maybe we pieces of shit.
Sausage is made. Seeing how the sausage is
made. Well,
I said no freaky.
Okay,
no freaky.
But yeah, like they see how the sausage is made. They don't see that they don't want to be superheroes like the superheroes that they see in the limelight. We see that everybody's just like all fake. We actually want to be heroes. Like,
it's different than like them just being all fake though too. It's just like,
yeah, that's definitely minimalizing how bad it is.
Yeah, because it's like okay, yeah, Batman ain't out here like people in Gotham City have a different view of Batman depending on what side of the crime you're on, and like Batman ain't no like beautiful superhero who's like taking care of the city. He's like putting vengeance upon the city of darkness. Like, this thing is a terrorizer, but just for criminals. So it's like, yeah, it's never really as sweet as it seems, and they even kind of do that in the Superman movie. It's like, no, bad guys should just get knocked the fuck out. That's what you mean. Like, I'm motherfucking stronger than everybody. I do shit that you can't do. Fuck it. But like, no, that's just not how it really works. But this, what they do on this show, these people be taken to a whole other level. What they be doing with it, like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, like we definitely see how, like I guess the main theme of the whole, like, the boys and Gen V is absolute power corrupts absolutely. And when you're the most powerful person in the world, how does that what are the decisions that you decide to make?
Mr. President, thanks.
Later on in this episode, we see, of course, that Marie, Emma, and Jordan come back to Godolkin, but then Kate. Oh, sorry. Jordan and Emma and Marie all have go to this small town in New Jersey.
Well, Hockenbachum.
Yeah, exactly. Kate follows them, discovers that Marie spoke with Annie, and when she tries to get information from Marie with her powers, Jordan severely injures her, and the trio abandons her.
Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie? Katie, are you okay? Are you okay, Katie?
Then later in the next episode, Justice Never Forgets, Mary returns to Godolkin, and along with Emma and Jordan, deals with what happened to Kate, who is in a coma, with Emma suggesting that they kill her. Sam visits Kate and, using a nurse as an intermediary, mentions Emma's name before driving the nurse insane and causing her to kill another nurse.
Kill is another Understatement.
Yeah, I actually don't even think she killed her.
Pulled out a. Oh yeah, she killed her.
I mean, she stabbed her in the eye, and she was like.
I remember later on, she was just laying there still.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Because I was like, no one's cleaned this room.
I ain't touching nothing up in there, nigga. Fuck that. I'll wait till the bitch wake up and she can get these niggas up out of there. Hell
and to
no.
speak of what we were talking about with Alien Earth, or just about like really dumb characters, y'all don't have any y'all know what this woman's superpowers are. Y'all aren't gonna have any precautions.
But
it's
nobody
like, hey,
knew
nurse,
that
don't touch her hand.
Nobody knew that could happen. She didn't touch her hand. Old girl reached out and grabbed her, which should not be able to be happening if
she should
she's
be
in
Bubble
a coma.
Boy. She should be Bubble Boy right now.
No,
like,
but if she's in a coma, how can she grab your arm? That's what happened. The old girl didn't touch her.
But still,
she grabbed her.
If Rogue is in a coma,
bro, how?
I'm making rules that you don't touch her skin.
She didn't touch her. Old girl, Kate grabbed her. So, I mean, I'm saying, yeah, I'm not.
Hazmat suit. Everybody have a hazmat suit.
I'm just saying that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have been able to happen. Like,
yeah, no, for sure.
The bitch just wake up grabbing arms.
That was
like,
definitely not supposed to happen.
Her brain don't work, nigga, but she can just grab niggas' arms and shit. She can't move her lip. And she can grab a nigga arm and shit.
I am liking her character and the actress who's playing her. Like, she's very complex.
I want to get her a sandwich. But yes, very, very complex. I just want to get her a one Cliff Bar. Like, maybe not even a whole sandwich, because you know
we do not body shame here on the Death podcast.
I think she might be hungry. That's all I'm saying.
But then later on, Polarity returns to the university as a professor to find out what happened to Andre and allies himself with Emma for this purpose. I do like that team up with Emma and Say the Last Dance. They out here trying to save the world. Cypher has a conversation with Marie and reveals that Andre, knowing about his illness due to his power, used it unknowingly and then died.
Yeah.
That was
you use your powers unknowingly and then you die.
That's typically how it happens. So yeah. Honestly, this was obviously a way of doing a rewrite around the tragic death of.
How'd you feel about that?
Chance Perdomo performance. Pronunciation is really bad. I thought that it was like the most tasteful way that they could write them out. Need a
little less on it to me.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I didn't feel like it was like overdoing it because the actor passed away. I think that because the character was so important and integral to like the team, it makes sense that they would put a lot of importance on it. It's like, this is a death that happened off screen. We need to at least go through the grief of these characters.
It's just 3 episodes is a little bit much. And I mean, I guess the reason why it feels a little off for me is like, we definitely are using this guy's actual death as like a spine of the storyline of what we're going to do for this season. That kind of seems messed up to me, just because now this, like, we're literally utilizing his death. Not just like, okay, we talked about it, we said it, not like a Black Panther 2 type situation where we have a funeral for this person, we've deaded it, and now we move on with how the characters are kind of dealing with that. It's more like it's more like a little extra sauce on it. It's like every single thing has to be because, like, at least these first 3 episodes is like every single thing was like, I'm going through it because he died. It's like, all right, can we move on? Because how do you imagine this family of his feels, if they're fans of the show and if they're watching it and trying to see how they honor him or how they're going to go about explaining it from here on out. And I just feel like that is not taken into account when you do something like this. You got to be a little bit more, well, I say this, but we live in this time we live in. But I was just saying, you got to be a little bit more empathetic towards.
I mean,
I'm just saying, as a producer, I would have been like, look, guys, yeah, we got enough on episode 1 and 2. Let's kind of
yeah. In these situations, like obviously, it's very reminiscent of the Chadwick Boseman Black Panther situation. And yeah, I've heard so many people talk, like, at Disney, talk about like the millions of things that went through their minds when they were trying to figure out how to navigate that. And you're kind of just put in an impossible situation where, like, you're never going to please everybody by how you represent this character and this actor. Like, some people are going to be like, you didn't focus enough on this character. We need to like definitely memorialize this character and this actor and how important they were to the show. Some people are like, you should just like sort of just move on, not draw too much attention to it because it is kind of distracting and kind of takes you out of it. And it's not like we're watching a show about this character. We're seeing like a memorial for the actor, and it's sort of disillusionizing the situation. But I felt like they did as good a job as they could have. In the situation that they're in, and it wasn't too distracting. Like it made sense for the most part. Like I felt like like apparently they had written already or like five episodes with him in the show before they had to completely rewrite everything. And this is a pretty quick turnaround for a show like this because we had the last season last year. Usually we have to wait 2-3 years before we get a new season.
Ain't nobody on here doing shit. Get their ass back to work.
Everybody's doing shit.
I'm just saying, you gotta worry about their schedules and shit. These people aren't like the boys cast. Those guys working a lot. Most of that cast, you know what I'm saying? Like really out here working on multiple movies, working on multiple other, guest appearance on TV shows. That kind of thing is what I meant. What I meant. These guys, this cast. Gen V, not really as sought after, I should say,
right,
as the cast for the boys. Speaking of the cast of the boys, how did you feel about that Starlight cameo? Then there was another cameo, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got the Deep in the I think episode 3. I like the cameos. It's not like it doesn't feel like a cameo. Like, again, it just feels like all these shows are just the same show. And I do think that those cameos help to like make it feel like it's all one show. It's like we're all integrated in the same storyline. But it wasn't. It didn't feel like fucking Thor showing up with Rocket Raccoon in Infinity War. Like it didn't feel like Starlight's here. I was just like, oh, cool. This makes sense because she should be here.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did some CGI to her face, dude.
Oh, you think so?
I've just been watching too much Corridor Crew, and the way that there was an unnatural shadow on her side of her face, like very unnatural shadow. And it's like somewhere around here. Now, maybe she had some work done, or maybe she had a scar or something. Maybe there was something that was going on that they didn't use it a certain way. But she did not look like she normally looks. I went back and checked. She did not look like how she looks on her IG at this moment. You never know when things are filmed and shit, right? But just saying, I'm not one of those people who was like talking about her nose or any of that shit. Like but Miss Moriarty, they use some type of beauty effect or some type of something because there were shots where she was on her right hand side. Her face was more shadowed than on her left hand side.
Okay, yeah, I didn't notice that,
and it shouldn't have been the way it was. And I kept waiting for it to turn to correct it or like show that this is not. But it didn't, and then she moved, and it kind of they kind of positioned her in a way where it was like a shadow coming down because they were going underneath a thing. I don't know. Like I said, shout out to Corridor Crew. I've been watching too much goddamn Corridor Crew, and they fucked me up because when I saw that, Film Age said Yeah, they definitely use CGI. See, I'm telling you, dude, it was so weird. And I really implore everyone go back and look at that part. It was such a fucking weird thing to have done.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. I definitely have to go back and rewatch. Then episode 3, H is for Human. Marie contacts her parents' friend Pam to discover more about herself. Pam reveals that she was conceived in a laboratory by Vought and the art,
not in the fun way.
And Cypher was actually the one who delivered her. Now we did mention before that Cypher is the new dean of Godolkin.
You know anything about this actor?
Which one?
Cypher.
The one Cypher? Okay.
I'm asking, do you know anything about him? Like,
I thought you said, what do you think? What do you thought about him?
No, I said, do you know anything about this actor? The guy who plays Cypher.
Yeah. I love him. He's a great actor. People have talked about his show Midnight Mass. I never saw that, but he was on one of the seasons of Newsroom. He was like the best part of that season. It's incredible. He's just a really, really good actor. What are you thinking of him in this season?
He is doing his best impersonation. I can't remember his name, so I had to look it up. He is doing his best Michael Christopher impersonation. For those who don't know who Michael Christopher is, he is the actor. He was in Mr. Robot, played one of the main villains in Mr. Robot. He was in Shadowbox, Black Age. He's an older actor. He's in his 80s. The Blues Are Running. I mean, come on. Like I said, he's in a bunch of old ass shit. He was in The Exorcist. He was in The Exorcist.
That's right. He was.
So anyway, but if you've ever heard Michael Christopher's voice, that is exactly what this dude who's playing Cypher is doing.
Okay.
Like, that is, like, you cannot tell me he's not doing that voice right now.
He was also the voice of Batman. Oh, sorry, not the guy you were just talking about, but Hamish Linklater. He was the voice of Batman in Batman: The Cape Crusader in the Amazon TV show animated series that came out last year.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing a different voice in this show. Like, he's doing like a voice.
Yeah. He's definitely like one of those voice guys.
I think he's doing
like
Michael Christopher voice. Like, I think he's literally doing Michael Christopher voice. And when I talk like this, it's like very specific and very determined in what he's trying to convey. Like, but with very little effort being displayed and doing it. I don't know. Just go listen.
I like the mystery around this character. Like, we don't know what powers he has. He seems very interested in
talking shit,
unlocking the potential of a lot of the character's powers. And I think that's specifically very interesting about Marie, because as we already know, damn it, what was the senator who got killed in the last season of The Boys? She was trying to be president.
Fine ass lady,
Newman. Yeah, she had the same powers as Marie, and we know that before we knew that her power was controlling blood, we thought it was head exploding powers,
popping heads.
So we already know how powerful Marie can be if she knows like the extent of her powers, and I think that
she could be even more powerful than Newman ended up being.
Yeah, it could be. Especially since she has a way of actually honing those powers and training herself. Like, do you think that this, like, do you think that that's the reason that's Dr. Gold, aka Cypher, is trying to unlock these powers in Marie, since like she's apparently Project Odessa? Do you think that he's like, I need a new Newman?
I think what he's thinking is, I need a new Homelander. Or what if he's thinking, this girl could be the thing that helps us get rid of Homelander?
Oh. Maybe because that's
they
been
said
like
that Odessa is supposed to be a weapon,
right? And that's been the $1 million question.
And and every time he brings up Highlander, every time he brings up Homelander, it's in a sense of like, hey, we don't want that now.
We don't want that problem.
That motherfucker look crazy. So it seems like maybe he's not on Team Homelander necessarily, but he's definitely Team Soup.
Yeah, he's definitely a soup supremacist, like preaching that rhetoric. But we don't really know where his allegiances lie, what his powers are, or what his end game is. So I'm very curious about that
It's
character.
Avengers.
What? What'd you say?
His end game? It's Avengers.
Traumatized by previous actions. Can you hear me, Fun? I feel like
Can I what?
I'm sorry. I feel like my mic was cutting out because I can't hear myself. But if you can hear me fine, that's
Yeah,
good.
no, I can hear you.
Traumatized by his previous actions, Sam asks Kate to make him apathetic again, but she cannot. He lashes out and begins destroying his dormitory. Jordan tries to stop him, managing to calm him down, and the two bond. I feel like there's probably going to be some sexy times between those two as well.
Gross.
It's very, very college. Everybody fucks everybody in college. Jordan is named.
I just think it's weird having sex with a nigga who see puppets. That's all. I'm not yucking nobody young, but a nigga who fucking think about you as a puppet is a furry. That's a furry nigga, and I'm good, bro. Like that's just weird.
But yeah, well, I mean, she has no idea. They don't know that they see things in puppets.
It kind of does know because he kind of told. Remember, he's like, this is what makes me most comfortable.
For Emma, yeah, but Jordan has no idea.
No, Jordan, he told Jordan, remember they were watching the show together.
Oh.
They ended up watching the show together. So the little puppet show.
Right.
So,
did he say that he sees things in puppets in that?
Yeah, he says those are what keeps him comfortable because him and Luke used to watch them together all the time.
Right. Shout outs to Patrick Schwarzenegger. I forgot that he was his brother in the first season.
Yeah.
Good ass actor. Better than his dad.
Don't see that's so disrespectful. God damn it. I knew.
Hey, he's never gonna he's not gonna have a good as career as his dad because
Why you booing me? I'm right.
he's never gonna have a career as good as his dad, but he is always, even at this stage, gonna be a better actor than his dad. Emma joins a resistance against
Arnold ain't doing nothing to nobody. Just gets shot in the ass
poor
and the
Arnold.
leg.
I guess he's gonna have to fall asleep on his millions of dollars to comfort himself.
Artificial hip after you shot his ass in the leg for no reason.
Emma joins a resistance against Homelander's regime with Harper and Allie. Before their speech in Godolphin, Jordan professes their love to Marie. And in the speech, Jordan reveals that Andre has died and defends the Starlighters by revealing that they attacked Kate.
Andre
died?
Oh.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I thought that this was a strong ending for the episode. I do like the building of relationship between Jordan and Marie. And I like the fact that Jordan was like basically making these confessions and these proclamations of love because they were like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because I'm about to go confess that I damn near killed America's sweetheart. But what did you think of just like the way that this episode ended, the premiere of the season overall, and anything that you're excited for the season going forward?
It was a lot of, let me skip this third. This third episode was, I could skip this. I could skip this. I could skip this. Oh, wait. No, yep, I could skip this. Like, that was a lot of what I was doing in the third episode. I don't care about their relationship together. It's, to me, that's just dumb. Like, their relationship is not going to equal anything that we need to concern ourselves with because, like you said, they're in college. They're going to do college things. It's going to be stupid. I just don't see any necessity behind that as far as moving the story along. Especially seems as if they're gonna just kill Jordan now, because Homelander ain't trying to hear all this save the humans shit.
Yeah, we'll see how like Cypher responds. I personally, when it comes to
like this,
whenever it comes to romanticism and stuff like that, like it just kind of feels like these are two good people just trying to build a relationship, and I do like that.
Show is about.
I mean, in the boys we have Starlight and Baby Quaid. That's not
almost never. I'm just saying though, it's almost never really an issue or a thing really, except for the last season where they like.
In the first season's a huge thing.
It's not their relationship. Like we don't have to deal with, oh, I love you and all this. It's their whole shit is like fear and tension built between it the entire time. There's nothing like bad or like shaky or concerning about these two's relationship in the Gen V show. Like when we're talking about the boys with Starlight, that and Huey, that shit is completely different because it's tied up in the storyline. Now maybe it's tied up in the storyline somehow here, but so far no, it's just that we're putting them together and it's not actually having to do with what is taking place in the show. Now they can be together, that's fine, but does this actually have anything to do with what's taking place? If not, we can dead it right now, in my opinion. Like, okay, it should be dead today, which maybe it is already, because like I said, they get together and then boom, you announce that I don't like living. That's what you go out and you announce. Said Homelander, come kill me. That's basically what you said. So I'm saying that maybe that's where they end up. But if we're going to continue doing this, to me, this season is just going to be every time you show them together in a scene, I'm going to have to be going beep, beep. To couple 25 seconds, 10, 25 seconds. The whole show sucks. Just deep.
Like, fair enough. Like, but I personally, like, because this is very X-Men coded, it just feels like a Jean Grey Cyclops sort of relationship, or just like these two people, and before it becomes and ends up becoming a big thing. Obviously we get stuff like the Phoenix saga later on with the X-Men, but it's just like two cute kids just like getting together, and like I
understand that.
I enjoy that.
I understand
and
that.
I can
does
see,
that
I can
have
see
anything to do with the story though? And then unless it does, then it doesn't matter.
No, I feel what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't mind it. But guys, let us know what you thought in the comments about this opening of season 2 of Gen V. Do you feel like this is a great continuation of The Boys? Do you feel like kind of cheated about having the first 3 episodes come out rather than having come out week to week? Let us know all of your thoughts about this show in the comments.
Philmage says, did say I love. Well, wait, let me do because Philmage did
say, I love the puppets. It's such a creative way to show crazy, because Black Noir saw puppets.
Yeah, that I didn't even think about that until I was like watching the recap this season. I was like, wait, because like all the things were jumbled up in my mind. I was like, I thought that was a Black Noir thing, but no, I guess it was.
Black Noir saw cartoons and puppets.
Yeah, he was.
Maybe it's the V. Maybe it's the V. It gets in your brain, makes you see puppets.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure that there's going to be something about just like the psychological effect of the V on these characters later on. But before we get out of here, Bill, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Oh, Alex, these people can find wherever you hear podcasts are made. That's where you can hear me every Monday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the Drunk Banthas channel. You can also find this guy right here, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time on the Drunk Banthas channel and on Drunk Banthas streams, NerdsAtNite stuff. I don't know. Go ahead, hit the button right now. That way you know where you need to be. And make sure you come in and checking it out, because like actually go to your subscriptions, because they're not posting it out on YouTube for some reason.
Yeah.
But if you're on X, or Twitter, whatever, you know what time it is. Y'all are in here. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Please retweet, please like, do all that stuff. You can also catch us right here every Thursday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, right here, goddammit. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hang out with us. It's a beautiful thing, but not as beautiful as you.
Thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Letterboxd, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little Mr. Strawberries, and may the force be with you.